A new battle is brewing in the war over the Jacksonville Landing. In court documents obtained by First Coast News, Jacksonville Landing Investments calls the latest move by the city a flagrant abuse of power that hinders business at the landing, the troubled Jacksonville landmark. Juliet Dreyer joins us live in the newsroom right now to break down these latest developments. Juliet?
Jeannie, all of this stems from this June 14th letter from the city to Jacksonville Landing Investments and Sleiman Enterprises. Here's the gist. If the landing wants to hold special events in the exterior common areas, they have to get a special event permit. The landing says in the last 30 years, they've never been required to get a permit for public events at the landing. And now court documents reveal how they're fighting back, calling this a flagrant abuse of power by the city. Now, the landing hosts hundreds of events each year, including major ones like Florida-Georgia weekend celebrations, the Christmas tree lighting, and most recently, July 4th festivities. According to the notice from the city, any unpermitted special event held at the landing could result in a $500 fine and up to 60 days in jail. In its response, the landing says Jacksonville Ordinance Code does not require a special event permit for public events held on public property that is leased by a private party. Therefore, according to the court documents, because Jacksonville Landing Investments leases the land from the city, it's exempt from the special event permit requirement. Now, in those court documents, Jacksonville Landing Investments notes the timing of the letter, calling it, quote, telling of the city's true motives. The letter again was sent on June 14th. Just 3 weeks earlier, on May 25th, the city terminated its lease agreement with the landing. Then on May 31st, the city filed a counterclaim for eviction against Jacksonville Landing Investments. The document goes on to say the letter, quote, appears to be nothing more than a litigation tactic and political and punitive measure that has been suddenly employed by the city to further impede Jacksonville Landing Investments' legitimate business endeavors and force JLI out of the landing. The city does say that no permit for the July 4th celebration at the landing was received. We asked the landing representative if they ever applied for one, and they said that their only response is this: the Jacksonville Landing will continue to operate under the city of Jacksonville's codes and regulations, as we always have. We also pressed for answers as to why the city is now deciding to enforce special event permitting at the landing when it hasn't done that in decades. They did not give us an answer. Live in the newsroom, Juliet Dreyer.